2 pathways: the contribution of autistic and alexithymic traits to emotion recognition difficulties. Recent developments suggest that alexithymia, and not autism, is responsible for the emotion recognition difficulties often documented in the autistic population. Whilst research has not yet elucidated the mechanisms behind its involvement, there are speculations that being high in alexithymic traits results in more variable representations of emotion, thus leading to poorer emotion recognition accuracy. Therefore, this study aimed to determine whether autistic and/or alexithymic traits contribute to more variable or less precise emotion representations and reduced emotion recognition accuracy. To do this, we had 25 autistic and 25 non-autistic adults matched on age, gender, nonverbal reasoning and alexithymia complete 2 emotion-based tasks which employed dynamic point light displays of angry, happy and sad facial expressions. In the first task, on each trial, participants viewed a point light face and rated the extent to which the expression looked angry, happy and sad. Emotion recognition accuracy was calculated as the correct emotion rating minus the mean of the 2 incorrect emotion ratings. In the second task, on each trial, participants viewed a point light face and were required to manipulate its speed until it moved at the speed of a typical angry, happy or sad expression. Therefore, participants were matching to their internal representation of that emotion. Variability was calculated as the standard deviation of the speeds attributed to angry, happy and sad point light faces respectively. We constructed a series of linear mixed effects models with autistic and alexithymic traits as predictors, subject, age, gender and nonverbal reasoning as random intercepts, and accuracy and variability as the outcome variables respectively. We found that when emotion recognition accuracy was the DV, autism quotient score was a significant negative predictor. Those higher in autistic traits had lower emotion recognition accuracy. When variability was the outcome variable, we identified that both TAS-EOT score and AQ imagination score were significant predictors. Importantly, those who oriented their thoughts more externally and those with poorer imagination skills showed greater variability on our task and therefore might have had more variable emotion representations. Since we had found that externally oriented thinking and imagination ability contributed to variability, which in turn contributed to accuracy, it was possible that these subscales were exerting an indirect effect on accuracy by influencing variability. We completed mediation analyses to test this. This identified that TAS-EOT did indeed exert an indirect effect on accuracy by influencing variability, but AQ imagination score did not. So how do we bring this all together? On this diagram, on the left hand side, you can see that those higher in autistic traits had lower emotion recognition accuracy. In the middle, you can see that those with poorer imagination skills, a component of autism, had more variable emotion representations. This makes sense as they might have struggled to picture the expression and were therefore inconsistent. Finally, on the right, you can see that those who oriented their thoughts more externally, a facet of alexithymia, also showed greater variability, which in turn led to poorer accuracy. This makes sense as these individuals might tap into their internal representations of emotions less.